Hola amigos. Oh, I'm sorry, for those of you who do not habla español, that means, hey friends, how you doing? So, since the holidays are coming up, I thought I might show everyone something simple that you can use when you go home to impress your friends, and they're going to all think you're a great cook, when in fact this is actually pretty simple, but ends up giving a delicious, delicious treat. It is homemade flour tortillas. Pretty simple. I'm going to walk you through it real quick and then give you a couple of suggestions on things you can do with your tortillas once you make them. So you start out with 2 cups of flour, take a pinch of salt, you mix it all together, you add in about half a cup to 3/4 a cup of water, and then 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So the trick with this is you're just going to mix it up and you want to get a nice consistency. You might have to add a little bit more flour or a little bit more water, but let me mix it up and I'll show you what you should look like. Alright, so after you've mixed everything together, you're going to knead it for a little bit, and it's still going to be a little bit sticky, but it's going to hold the shape of a ball. So after all this kneading and working the dough, you're just going to want to set it down and let the dough relax for about 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll come back to it and get going a little bit more work. But it's important to let everything settle down after you've been working it all together. Alright, so we'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, so we're back after about 10 minutes of letting this set. You can let it set a little bit longer if you want, but just need to let it relax. So once you do that, it feels a little bit different, and you just break off couple of pieces. With 2 cups of flour, you're going to get about 8 tortillas total. So you take a floured surface so it doesn't stick, and then you can use a rolling pin or you can make them by hand. I like making them by hand because it looks more authentic, like when my abuela used to make them. So you roll these out into 8 different circles, and then you'll cook them in a pan for about 1 minute each. So I'll show you how that works in a second. Alright. So after you get all the tortillas rolled out, you get a pan really hot and you just put the tortilla on. See how it's kind of imperfect on its edges? If you care about how it looks, you could trim out the edges with a dough cutter, but just let it cook like this for about 1 minute on each side, and then you'll have a delicious tortilla. Alright, so as it cooks, you can start to see the oil coming through in the tortilla. Once you flip it, there you go, perfect tortilla. So get another minute on this side, and then we'll be done. Alright, so I'm done cooking all the tortillas. They turned out perfect, just like I knew they would. Super easy recipe. Today I decided to make some breakfast tacos. Just add a little bit of scrambled eggs, some Italian sausage, some fresh mozzarella, and some tomatoes on top to add a little bit of different flavor and some color. Obviously you can use these tortillas for anything from quesadillas to enchiladas or just dipping in some hummus. I think you'll find this is a really delicious treat that you can impress all your friends with. So I'm going to try this real quick and make sure everything is actually as good as it looks. The freshness of the tortilla really comes out. It's great. Alright, so now go home, try this with your friends, and impress everybody. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you again soon, friends.